Editing on your smartphone is easy. In this video I will show you how you edit your video with the app Inshot. It's available on Android and iPhone and it costs around €4 a month. I'm Elisabeth from Top of Mind Video Marketing. In a world full of invisible entrepreneurs, your own smartphone is enough to make yourself visible in front of your target audience. So please subscribe to this channel because I help you make the videos that your target group loves. This is what you see if you open Inshot, and the color and the background changes through the day. So it depends on the time of day what color you get. It's not at all important because we are going to look at editing videos. So for this video I'm choosing the most left button for video. And what Inshot does then, it asks me, what footage do you want to add? And I've done some special shots for this video. And I'm choosing this one, the one that I've been talking in, and I'll press check, and there it is. Just a little strip of film, only one, at the bottom of what we see here. If you use two fingers, you can zoom in or out of your film strip and you can see. But what you need to keep in eye most is the cursor, the white line, and wherever the cursor is what you see in the image above. So that's the most important thing. So don't try to edit looking at your film strip because that doesn't give you the right information. It's just to make it look pretty, but it's not very helpful. So just watch where is your cursor and you see what's on the bigger screen, then you know where you are when you start editing. What you see is that I filmed this video with my phone horizontal, so it's broader than it is high. Maybe you have filmed your video with your camera vertical. Well, it's not actually a problem. You have to decide what you want, where you're going to put your video. And if you want to change it, you can press the button on the left here, the canvas. And there you get the options what size video you actually want to make. I have filmed this with the phone horizontal, so I chose this 16:9. But if you want to put your video on Instagram Reels or on YouTube Shorts or on TikTok, you of course use the 9:16. If you have filmed with your camera horizontal, you get this problem. It's not a big problem because you can easily use your two fingers to zoom in to make your video fill the screen. But of course you lose a lot on the left and right side. So if you want to make a vertical video, please also film with your camera, your telephone vertical. But I'm going to switch back to the 16:9. Of course, now I want to edit the base of my video. The first thing I want to do is put the cursor on the place right before I started talking, because everything then to the left of it can go. Where do I start talking? There's a tree near my... So I actually took a breath. I put the cursor right before I open my mouth. Now I can edit away the piece on the left. So the part to the left of the cursor can just go. There's two ways I can edit them out. First thing I need to do is select this strip so you can see the white line around it. The easy, quick thing to edit this left part away is to put your finger on the edge, the end of the strip, and just ease it to the right. That's a fast way to take a bit of your film strip, and I can just press play to listen if it went all right, if I didn't just skip a word or cut in the middle of a sentence. There's a tree near my house. Well, that's actually fine. So we'll go to the end. How did I end this video? That's what I wanted to show you. Good luck with editing. Goodbye. I'll make that a bit shorter. Good luck with editing, that will be enough. Good luck with editing. Okay, that will be the end of the movie. The first part to make this strip a little shorter is to highlight it. Put your finger on the edge, on the bigger white lump to the right and just move it, ease it across to the left towards the cursor, and then I've actually made this little film strip a lot shorter. To show you. Good luck with editing. Well, that's quick and easy. But what if you want to take a bit out of the film strip? Well, that's all quick and easy. But how do you do it if you want to take a piece out of the middle? For example, I spent some time here looking for a new shot and I want to take that out. Then I cannot use this function for the edges of the strip, so I'm going to use the button Splice. First, I'm going to put the cursor on the right place. And lots of acorns. Okay, I stopped talking there. So, the strip is still highlighted, still selected. And I'm going to look for, there it is, it's not the scissors, it's split. Split actually takes a little knife through your film strip and now it's cut in 2 pieces. But I'm not done yet because I have to look for the part where I picked it up again and started talking again after I changed the shot. That's what I'm going to put the cursor right before I open my mouth and I'm going to hit split. And now this strip of video is cut in 3. And the part in the middle I can take out. I select it and I hit the button trash and it's gone. So now I took a bit out of the middle of the film strip. Works really fast and easy as well. Look and listen. Lots and lots of acorns. That's what I wanted to show you. Okay, so that's fine, but it could be a bit faster. So if I use my 2 fingers to zoom in on this edit, on the film strip, I can use the trim function to make it a bit faster too. Because if I select this, I can also again use the trimming function to move this over a bit to the left, not too much. So this part of the strip will get a bit shorter. And maybe this one, I'm moving this one a bit over to the right. So now I've trimmed both little strips of video a bit shorter. That's nice and fast. Well, you see here as one layer of video. What do I do if I want to add my extra shots that I made of the tree, the branches, the acorns? You might think it would be a good idea to hit the plus button and just add them. It gives you the opportunity to add a blank space or a video or a photo. And if I add a shot of the tree, hit the check button. Well, what happens then? I'll play the video, you'll see what happens. There's lots and lots of acorns. Okay, well, that's clear. That's not what we want because now the video splits my story in half and it falls totally silent. So that's not what I want. I'll press the undo button and we'll do something else because I want to see those details while I can still hear myself talk. There's a nice and easy way to do this. First, I'm going to put the cursor on the right place. Here, just where I say great big oak tree. I'm not pressing plus, but I'm pressing the button called PIP, Picture in Picture. And then, when I add something, it will look totally different. I'm choosing the same shot again, and now it's on top of the other shot. You can see it down here, you see an extra layer, but also in the monitor you see this shot. And if I put my finger on it, I can easily move it around. If I use 2 fingers, I can zoom in so it just fills the image right up. So what happens if I press play now? Is it really big oak tree? I love it. Well, of course, this shot is a bit long. It took a while before I had the right angle and I can make it shorter, and I'm doing that right the same way I made the other strips shorter. So I'll select it, I'll grab the left end of it and I'll move it to the right to shorten it, and right before I'm starting to tilt up I stop, and here at the end I can make that a bit shorter too. Also, I might want to see that shot a little sooner. Now I don't select it, but I put my finger on the little strip and I wait until it moves a bit, and then I can just move this strip around, slide it from left to right and put it wherever I want it. So this is the new spot. House that I would like to show you. Look, this is it. Really big oak tree. That's one extra shot, but of course I've done some more, so maybe we can add some more of those shots. Now how do I do that? Well, I've lost sight of my PIP button, but there it is, and it has a little plus in it. So if I push that, well, there we go. More shots. You see now that it was a third layer added, and I can do just the same. Zoom in till it fills the screen. Make it a bit shorter depending on how I filmed that. But if I would like to use only 2 layers, I can just easily pick this shot up and slide it over to the second layer. One thing that can easily happen if you do that is that you see the shot that's under it just peep through very shortly, because they're not really together. See, they're not really back to back, but you can easily move the shot a bit to the left, and then you would have all things covered. Well, let's watch what happens. Really big oak tree. I love it because it's got really big branches. I'm going to zoom out now so we get some overview. I think you get the point, but I'm going to add one other shot, and that's the hut made by the children. And there it is. I'm zooming it in to make it fill the screen, and it's right behind the other 2 shots. Big branches. There's some room underneath the branches. You see, there's still a little room between the 2 little strips, so I'm zooming in again and make sure they are back to back. So grab it with my finger, move it a little to the left, and now it's fine. Except that I have to make this shot a little bit shorter. There's some room underneath the branches. Well, children play, they're building huts. Well, I've done the trimming to shorten the strip, but I can also use split here, and then I can put this last part in the trash, and we're going to go back to my face. And of course, every fall there's lots and lots of acorns. That's what I wanted. If you watch this part, you will see it's a bit of a jump cut, and well, it's not a big mortal sin, but it's not very pretty either. Acorns. That's, well, isn't it good that I have the shot of the acorns? Here we go. Well, same thing again. I'm going to zoom in, make them fill the screen, and well, maybe this is really long, you see that, so I'm going to shorten this shot, and I think I might want it to go a bit to the left where I was actually speaking about the acorns. Let's see what happens. And of course, every fall there's lots and lots of acorns. That's what I wanted. Well, excellent. Okay, so what you notice next is that you hear the sound from 2 shots from both layers. So you hear me talking, but you also hear the sound from the shots in the upper layer, and they don't really add any useful information. It's just noise actually. So what we do, select the strip, and we go to the sound, the volume. Here it is. And there we can just turn the volume all the way down. Hit the check button and it goes silent. You have to do that for all the shots you have added. So we've got a really nice little video with extra shots, good for the atmosphere, and no jump cuts. That's of course great. We're still in the PIP mode. You can see it here, the PIP symbol is blue. If I leave the PIP mode, you will not see the shots in the second layer anymore. But you know they are there because of the thin blue line you see underneath. And everywhere where there's a PIP shot, you can see that blue line. There's more things you can add. You can also add photos, logos. So in this PIP modus, you can add whatever you want really, and if only it's visible. So there's of course more you can do. Just check all the possibilities you see here. It's really a bit too much almost, but taking you through the most important ones. Add some text. Well, that's a good one. And of course it's really easy to move it around, and you can also edit it. If you double tap it with your finger, you can change the fonts and the colors and everything, and also change the place. So lots of things you can do, and of course also grab it and move it around, make it longer and shorter. If you want to add some music, you press the little music note and they give you a choice from lots of different little pieces of music. I'm downloading this, I'm pressing use, and there it is. It's already added to my video, but it's a lot longer than the little piece I've made. So the first thing you will have to do is split and remove the part that's not necessary. Also, it will be way too loud. So select it, go to volume, maybe fade it in and fade it out. Click the check button and there you go. There's music with the video. There's a tree near my house that I would like to show you. Look, this is it. Lovely. And of course, I can change the color of the video. I will have to select the strip and go to filter. Well, you'll see. Look. And then it's added this effect, the focus effect, to the video. I can also move that around to the start of the video. There's a tree near my house that I would like to show you. Look. And again, if I go out of the edit mode, you can see all the colored lines. So you can see that I have added shots and filters and extra stuff, but you can only see it if you open your text box or the filter box. That's when you see all the stuff that you can add. Of course, you can also filter the video footage, adjust color and brightness and everything. Well, you know, if you want to watch what you've actually made, you can just press play, and you can always press the little button here down to the right to watch it full screen. Look, this is it. I want to invite you to try out all the other options. You will not need most of them, but it's going to be a fun evening going through this app. And then if you start editing your videos, try to do not go overboard using all these different text, stickers, filters, whatever, and make sure your video is easy to watch for your viewer. Once you're done editing, you hit the right top button to share your video. Choose a 1080p, 30 frames per second, or if you want to 60, if you're filming at 60 frames per second. You can choose either a MOV, a QuickTime format, or an MP4, and they're all great. And here you see the size that the video will have. Well, almost 81 MB, not very big, but it's also a very short, meaningless video. Hit save. The more stuff and effects you've added, the longer it will take to export this video. But once you're done, you will find it in your photo gallery on your smartphone. Inshot will also save your edit, so you can always change something and export it again. Just hit the little button on the left top and you get two options. The top one says, do you want to save this draft, this edit? And the bottom one says discard it, but I would say save your draft, so you can always go back to it and change some stuff about your videos. So the next time you open Inshot and you hit video, it says, will you want to open your draft? That's it for Inshot right now. If you want to know how you can edit your video on your computer using Movavi Video Editor Plus, just watch the next video. See you there.